If you are just go, 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 go 24/7, no matter if you love what you're doing or not, you're going to burn out.
It really does come down to all of the little nitty bitty tiny pieces of your life. And we're always searching for that one quick fix.
Because if your mind's not right physically, you're not going to be able to help yourself either. The amount of clients that I have worked with where stress was a huge, huge contributor to their symptoms.
Being overweight and unhappy and in pain is hard. It's really freaking hard. So is exercising, eating well, sleeping well. That's also really hard. Choose your heart.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Female Blueprint podcast. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce someone very special, my assistant coach, our doctor of physical therapy, Allie Summers. She is somebody I just love and adore. She's been on our team for like 7 months now, and she has just brought a whole new perspective and has been changing the game for women. And I'm so excited to just share more about her. I realize that a lot of you haven't met her yet, and it's time to do so because her story and her perspective and the way she approaches everything is just really inspiring. So I want this episode to be all about her. Dr. Allie, welcome to the Female Blueprint.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. Truly, you're the inspiration for why I'm here. So thank you so much. Because I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, let's just pretend nobody knows who you are. So let's just kind of go down the rabbit hole. Who's Allie and how did we get here?
Yeah, so I live in Nashville, Tennessee, and that's kind of where I started my whole journey in athletics, fitness, rehab. I was an athletic trainer for a while, so I have a ton of background with teams, women's teams in specifics, with soccer, tennis, a ton of stuff in terms of track and field. So I have a huge background with women's health. And that's kind of where it all started for me. There were topics that you get between an athletic trainer and your women's team that is unspoken to anybody else. They don't talk about it to their coach. They don't talk about it to anybody else. It's you get all of that private, sensitive information being, a female trainer with a female team. And I think that's kind of where my journey started in being so involved in just women's health and wellness in general, because we're all human and it's not, just a one-sided issue whenever we're addressing anything. It's a full-blown, wellness in terms of external factors that you don't think about. It's your mental health. It is your emotional health. It's your stress. It's your sleep. It's your recovery. And when you're an athlete, all of that impacts your performance. So that's kind of where everything started for me. And then from there, I was just like, you know what? I do not have the time and the capacity to give myself to, I love my team, but I do not have time and capacity to give myself 7 days a week, 24/7. For anybody that knows an athletic training schedule, the time commitment is pretty grueling for a not great payout. So I wanted to go into the physical therapy route. And then from there, I just wanted to specialize more, like I said, women's health, pelvic, a lot of ortho, obviously coming from the athletic training side. And then I worked in an ortho clinic as well, which obviously wasn't the route that I wanted to go down, which led me to this platform. So that's kind of where we are right now.
And now we're here. I love it.
And now we're here.
Okay, so did you grow up in Nashville? How did you get there?
So I grew up in Chicago. So I'm from the northwest suburbs of Chicago, went to school up in Madison, Wisconsin. Go Badgers for anybody that is from there.
And I'm a Hawkeye, so it's so funny.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's go. Midwest. But after being there for my whole life, I was like, I need to get out of the Midwest because I am done with the cold. I need to move, do something new, kind of break the script a little bit. So then I went to grad school in Nashville at Belmont University. And then from there, just kept doing more school. So then after my master's, right, I got my doctorate. I was a professional student at that point, it felt like. Got my doctorate in PT. And then I just fell in love with Nashville. So I didn't want to leave. The people are amazing. The fitness scene in Nashville is absolutely incredible. I am a coach. I program, and I am a conditioning specialist as well. So once I kind of got into that space, I was like, this is what I want to do. All of my passions are kind of aligning, and Nashville is the
Yeah.
best place for me to do it.
I love that, and I've only been to, like, Nashville one time, and it was kind of like a pass-through. It wasn't really like a, "Oh, I'm coming here to vacation or do something fun," but it seems like it's just like a healthy, popping, like, kind of era, like, people, like, they're about their wellness there.
They are. It's incredible. And like coming from the Midwest, especially the suburbs around Chicago, it's kind of like a concrete jungle. You get
Mhm.
there, especially in the winter months, like, it's dreary, things are dead. I don't mean to sound like a Debbie Downer, but it's just different, and you come to, like
Yeah.
you fly into Tennessee, and there's, like, rolling green hills, and people are outside at all times during the day, no matter what day it is during the week, if people are working or not, like, people are outside and living, and that's how I fell in love with it. I was like, "Oh my god, I wanna be a part of this kind of lifestyle in this community." And like I said, everyone's very fitness forward and wellness forward here, which was a great fit. So it turned out
And that
good.
obviously fits well with your life. So you are an AT and you're a PT and you're a
Hmm.
coach,
Hmm.
and you teach fitness day to day. Your lifestyle obviously eats, sleeps, breathes that too. So
Yep.
tell the listeners a little bit about like what you do because you are a badass. You are Miss HYROX superstar. So tell us all like
Yeah.
how that fits in your life.
Yeah, so I do a lot, and that's I mean, we'll kind of circle back to it as to why I love doing what we do on our platform is because it allows me to pursue my passions. In the traditional clinic sense, you're stuck in a 9 to 5 plus sometimes, and you don't have a lot of time to pursue any other passion that you want to do because you're so burnt out. With this platform, though, I get to pursue so many passions, not only as another career for myself, but also personally with HYROX and training. So I am so fortunate that I also get to work with a gym in Nashville called BC Block. I've been with them for years and years and years. And the biggest thing that I love about them is the community that we bring that focuses on fitness forward stuff, focuses on wellness as well. I get to be one of the program specialists that generates all of the workouts for our studios. So it's great to see any level of person come into the gym and just totally transform. It's a
That.
strengthen. It's amazing, and that's my favorite part about what I do is just uplifting and empowering everybody to feel like an inner athlete again is
Mhm.
incredible. So we do anything between resistance training, strength and conditioning, tread classes, reform classes, Pilates, Legree. So we have it all here. So it's a great opportunity to bring the community together over, fitness forward mindset that everybody loves to share and gather around. And with that, like I said, I'm a coach too. So I get to implement all of my knowledge from, previous AT stuff, physical therapy, women's health with all of our individuals. Our big dynamic is our age group. So anywhere between like 20 to 40, 40 plus, which is a lot of moms. It's a lot of
Mhm.
females going through a lot of different changes. So being able to help them out as well when they need a resource in the gym has been absolutely incredible because it's so hard to find a coach that has the mindset that we do in the gym to make them feel empowered and confident in order to move while they're going through pregnancy or
Absolutely.
postpartum or whatever it may be. So, being able to be a resource in this space has led to so much just growth for me as well. Because, like I said, I get to build and grow with what I've done for physical therapy and bring it into the fitness space. So I can bridge
Yes.
those two passions at the same time, which fills me up so much. And then on top of that, I have time to train for my high rocks or anything else. So I have the ability to have time to put in 2 to 3 hours of training in order to build my skills for high rocks related stuff, which
Yeah.
I've done a lot,
Yeah.
but I love it. So it's all worth it.
You literally are so inspirational for me in my fitness journey too. I'm like watching you and I'm like, holy shit, like she has it all. She does it all. And that's so awesome. Like you get to coach and be in a platform all day, every day, like in person, which you're surrounded by that wellness and fitness community, which is really inspiring and motivating for you to be on your own journey at the same time. And then it allows you to also pour into others because you get to do something you love. Like, and
Mhm.
obviously as like PTs and like ATs, like for the most part, we got into that profession for a reason. We want to help people and we like people and we're passionate about getting them healed or whatever, but like you get to help them in more than just one way. And that's also like a lifestyle transformation. And a lot of people don't realize how impactful it is to be a coach in that aspect, like to have that influence on somebody and help somebody through maybe some of the worst times of their life and help them find fitness as that transformative what is it, like gateway or bridge to a new lifestyle that they never had before. I love that.
Absolutely. And like if someone can walk in the door and they're just having a shitty day from God knows what, and they can come in and just take care of themselves and be surrounded by a community that wants to build them up and just good vibes with our workout, and you leave feeling better and good about yourself, then that's a win. Like
Yeah.
that is exactly what we're trying to do here is how can you come in, let me turn your day around, like let me change your perspective, let's do something for you for an hour, and then you're going to leave a better person in a better place. And that's ultimately what it's all about.
And that's huge because a lot of people struggle to find community, and that's why they go to group classes or they go to studios because it allows them to feel like they're a part of something again. And like for me, obviously, and you were probably sports growing up and stuff. And it's like being on a
Absolutely.
team is huge. Like when you graduate high school and like if you don't go into like collegiate world and have that same level of experience or ability to play a sport or something, we're not all 8'7" and able to play
Right.
collegiate sports and things, then it's like it's hard to find yourself in fitness again by yourself. And I mean, I definitely resorted to group fitness because it motivated me and I wanted to be around other people that also gave a shit about their health. Like you could that's
Mhm.
one thing to go to a gym and lift, but like not everybody has that same motivation and same capacity and desire to do that. Like they want to be in more of a team setting. Your
Absolutely.
gym sounds so ideal. I'm like, if I could do a
It's
treadmill class, a Legree class, a CrossFit class,
I I
whatever,
c- I can't even tell you how it's just so special. And it's
you should come out here
contagious.
and build one up out here. I would go. A
Well,
lot. It would crush out
may
here.
or may not expand. We'll see. We'll see.
It would
To be determined.
the fitness space and wellness space is huge in Scottsdale and Phoenix. Like we have pop-up events literally all the time. It's insane. So
Yeah.
a concept
Noted.
like that would do really incredible out here. There's
Yeah.
always
No,
studios popping up everywhere.
it's been great, and the thing that keeps it alive, like you said, is the community. Everybody just feeds off of each other because we all come from that, like, that little kid in you know what I mean? Whether it's playing with your friends outside, whether it's you did a sport growing up, you did collegiate athletics. We have so many ex-athletes that were either collegiate or professional that come here because they feel like I can
Yeah.
do this again. Like I've been there. That is familiar to me. And I loved how that felt. And this community brings that back out of people. Even for
Mhm.
someone that never did sports before, they can actually
Mhm.
feel like an inner athlete. And that's
Yeah.
that's what we love. Like we put on competitions and events all the time, whether it's, races around downtown that are ridiculous or pickleball or bags or people call it cornhole, sorry, it's bags. But just like any way, any way that we can get together and just, hang out, have a little competitive, friendly sense. That's what we love to do. Community is huge. And
It's
that's
so
why I love
big.
our platform too, because it's all
Yeah.
about community and bringing our women together as
Yeah.
well.
And the biggest thing too is like people don't wanna they don't believe that they can heal by themselves. They don't
Mhm.
wanna like whether it's healing from like symptoms or pain or whatever, but also like transforming their life, like it's a lot harder to do it alone. It really is.
Absolutely.
And when you
And
don't have somebody, it's just like, why make it even harder on yourself to do it?
Absolutely. And it's, it's a form of accountability too. Like you start making friends in class and then you get excited to see your friends every day at 4:30 p.m. And then now
Yes.
all of a sudden you went from working out 2 times a week to 5 times a week because you're excited to be there. And that's,
Yeah.
making a difference in your lifestyle and longevity because you're actually getting excited about a positive change to go there and be with your people and actually, like build something that's bigger, you know what I mean? So
What would you say
that's
to a
always a good
listener
part.
who is hesitant on joining a group fitness for, like, fear of, like, judgment or, like, not being strong enough, not being able to keep up? Like, what would you say to them?
At least, well, I can speak for our own coaches because I'm biased. We have the best coaches, and if you are biased, most studios can meet you exactly where you are. It doesn't matter if you've never worked out before, those professionals can help you and make you feel uplifted, make you feel strong, correct you where it's needed, and support you while we do it. And I think I am so biased not only about our coaches, but our community too, because we've had members that have been here for like years, 6, 7 years that have been with us. And if they see somebody that needs help, they'll go in and help as well. Like it's
Mhm.
such a community positive driven space that even if somebody is struggling with something, you've got someone next to you that's going to help lift you up, whether it's a high
Yes.
five, whether it's a, hey, like, good job, you just went up on weight. Like everybody is so positively encouraging that I would just say try it because
Yeah.
no matter where you are, what level you are going to have a team behind you to help build you up and make you stronger in every
Yeah.
part of the sense, physically, mentally, all of it.
And it's gonna transpire into other areas of their life too. Like, group fitness is
Mhm.
a whole other beast. Like, even myself, like, I'm pretty well off going to the gym and lifting by myself. I think most people that have been in the fitness industry for a long time, they just, like, they go and they do it. Like, it's just one thing after another. You just have to do it. But then there are other days where I'm like, "You know what? I'm gonna take a class today because 'cause I'm just, like, not really feeling it, but also because I just want to be around other people."
Yeah, you need an
Um,
energy shift for sure.
yeah. And, like, every time I go, I'm like, "Wow, that workout was way better than all my last 5 workouts by myself." Like, it's awesome. So what kinda
Yeah.
drew you to HYROX, like that high level competition? Like, did you compete in, like, CrossFit before? Because HYROX is a new thing. Like, it's, like, newer in the US, at least in the last couple years, like, from my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's blown up. It's been around for a while. It started out in Europe and then it's just kind of exploded in the past couple years, especially the like past two. But kind of funny story. So I've never really like competed in fitness CrossFit wise, but my partner, Meg, shout out Meg McNabb, amazing beast. We call her Machine Meg because she is a legit machine. We at the old space, we would always, and it comes from my boss. He's the instigator. He'll stir the pot like anything competitive. So he would kind of pin us up against each other. We would do these battles, these small competitions, like a bike challenge, or we'd call it BC battle. And it would always me and her at the end. And it was always like individual challenges. It was never anything as a team. So at one point when we were at our old space, we were like, hey, why don't we come together and just do like this Nashville fit competition? Ended up doing it together, trained for a couple weeks, and we destroyed it. We did super well. And we're like, okay, great. Let's do another one that happens in 4 months. Same thing, destroyed it. So then at that point, it just kept building. We're like, okay, what's next? What's next? And we started looking at DECA, which is another hybrid type of competition, and HYROX. So we're like, okay, let's, make a trip out of a HYROX competition because that's another fun benefit of it is that you get to travel too and then hit these
Mhm.
competitions. We're like, okay, let's just make a little trip out of it. We'll go to, I think Dallas was our first one. We'll compete, see what it's all about, and then just go from there. And then we prepped
How long
for
ago was this?
months. This was in 2023. So fall of 2023
Okay, so
we decided to do Dallas and we go there and tore it up. We got like a 57 30 something. So we got sub 60. The rules were a little different at that point for anybody that knows HYROX. But crushed it, ended up qualifying for Worlds, our first race. So we got to go to Nice later that year. And then from then, it was just like, how do we get better? How do we get better? How do we get better? So we've competed at Worlds Nice, where we got third out of the entire world there for women's doubles. We just
That's so
competed
cool.
at, it's been a crazy ride. We just competed in Chicago for Worlds, where we actually got brought up into the Elite 15. So there's different divisions that you can compete in. And essentially, the Elite 15 are the best of the best in the world. And you can only get there by getting a certain time, competing with a group of individuals. Like I said, rules have kind of changed now that the sport has gotten so big. So it's continually changing. It was insane. So we got to race with all of the pros that have been doing it for years that we've looked up to over the past
That's
2
so
years,
awesome.
watching their races, and we got to race right alongside them. So it was such a surreal moment to be like, holy shit, we're here. Like we made it here. It's
Mhm.
actually happening. And then
That's so
it
cool.
was it was done in a flash. But yeah, so that's kind of my story with HYROX is we were not enemies, but we were pinned against each other and it brought us together and now we're here.
And now community, teamwork.
Yeah. It's all
That's
community. And
amazing.
that's the other thing. We travel with a huge team. So we'll travel with like 8 to 12 to 14, even 20 plus of us from our gym that will go and compete together. So we go as a group. We
Wow.
get to watch everybody do it, and that's the best part is you get to essentially travel with your family to all of these condition competitions and just support each
Mhm.
other.
That's so cool. So, for somebody who doesn't know what HYROX is, how is it different than other competitions? Like, I come from a huge CrossFit background. So, like, I'm kind of familiar, but I know there's not like lifting in it, right? Like, it's just different.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely more functional fitness based and endurance for sure. So there's a lot more running, and you can be doing this race from anywhere sub 60 minutes to up to 2 hours if it takes you that long.
Wow.
That is one of the reasons why I love it because there is no time cap. So any level can do it. So
Mm.
if go on and it takes you 3 hours to complete, doesn't matter. You can still do it. Oh, okay, nice. Um, you can go ahead and do it. If you are, more of the pro elite level and you get it under 60, even better. I kind of compare it to like a marathon, right? You can complete your marathon no matter what level you're at, but then you
Yep.
also have Olympic runners that are running that
Yep.
same marathon. Very similar principle. But it is definitely different in CrossFit in the sense where it is a little bit more endurance, probably a lot more endurance because you're moving for that entire time, right? It's split up between 8 exercises and 8 kilometer runs. So, for example, you'll run a kilometer, which is about 0.62 of a mile. And then you'll go into 1,000 meters on the ski. Then you'll run another kilometer and then sled push, kilometer, sled pull. Then you'll go into like burpee broad jumps, lunges, wall balls, farmer's carry. So much more functional fitness related type moves.
Mhm.
There's no Olympic lifting, anything like that, no gymnastics. So definitely more functional fitness and running based, I would say, compared to CrossFit.
Did you have like a are you an endurance athlete or did you like train that engine over time?
I think I had a great base to start, but I was never like I enjoyed running, but I was never a runner per se. Like I've ran a marathon before, and I think my mindset also helps in the sense of I'm just wildly competitive. So anybody that's next to me, I'm going to try to go one more. I'm going to try to go one faster. And that's kind of how I approach my resistance training to a degree, obviously. There's
Yeah.
always a limit. But that's kind of how I approached all my training. And it has just progressively got me to the point to where I
Yeah.
am right now. So
That's
didn't really have a
awesome.
background in running. It came naturally to me,
Yeah.
which is
Did
which
do
is
you
nice.
feel like you? Because it's like, yeah, it's 8-kilometer runs, but, like, it's only like 0.6 of a mile each time. So it's not like it's just like
Mhm.
a marathon. It's not a huge sprint. So do you think that people who are runners would be good at the sport? Or is it like you got to be strong too?
It's a little bit of both, but it's definitely a runner's game.
Okay.
The whole thing is that it's compromising your legs, right? So, and
Mhm.
your cardiovascular system, because your heart rate is going to go through the roof on whatever you do, whether
Mhm.
it's the ski erg, whether you're doing a 335-pound sled push, your body's going to get fatigued. And then the real killer is, okay, how well can you run after you just fatigued your body at the fastest pace that you can run a kilometer without dying out, without being able to finish the race, right? So the real big thing is if you're a solid runner and you can maintain a fast pace and still be really good at stations, that's what's going to set you apart from everybody else. So that's the hard part is, hey, can you run a sub 6 mile pace after hitting the ski erg, after hitting a sled push, and maintain that pace in order to get a really good time in the end. So yeah, runners definitely have a leg
Yeah.
up for sure.
I feel like I would come out of the gate.
That's how it happens. That's how it happens. That's where sometimes people just lose energy halfway through because everyone gets so amped up. And if you've ever seen a HYROX competition, there is a DJ, there's lights, there's heats going off every 10 minutes. So the energy
Wow.
is so like the stimulus is just insane. So when you do go off, like you are just you're riding a high. So I tell everybody that I ever coach, I'm like, "Hey, stay cool. Don't go into the arena too soon because that stimulus is just going to build, 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 and you need to keep it cool."
That advice. Okay, so let's transition a little bit from coaching and fitness a little bit. And how is that kind of you obviously show up hard in like so many areas of your life. So how do you stay like disciplined and motivated to always like show up? Like how is that possible? Where do you get that energy from?
Man, I don't know. I feel like it's just become a habit at this point, but it's also I get to do what I love, and that's so important, and I tell that to so many people, and sometimes that's obviously easier said than done, but it's also the choices that you make to live your life, right? I get to do what I love every single day with the people that I love. And then I get to empower and have an effect on people as well. So I get to feed off of that energy every day because I feel so lucky that I have the flexibility to pursue multiple different passions at once. And that just, like I said, energizes me to come in every single day and have an impact, a true impact on people. Because
I
yeah,
love
of
that.
course, you have days where like for instance, if I open up in the morning, I'm up at 3:30 a.m. and we coach our first class at 5. And then you can coach like a block of 4. And then at that point, it's like, okay, get some fuel in. Now I have my own training block for 2.5 hours. And then I'll go home and I'll kind of get some rest in. And then we'll work on 360 wellness stuff. So there's some days that are super full, but then the beauty of what we do is flexibility. And then there's some
Mhm.
days that aren't as full where you can recharge and take care of
Yes.
yourself. So
Yeah.
it's all about managing that time wisely because I have seen it so many times with friends, with clients that if you are just go, 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 go 24/7, no matter if you love what you're doing or not, you're going to burn
Right.
out because your body can only
Yeah.
take so much. So I'd say the biggest lesson is knowing when to kind of take a step back and be like, okay, I got to do something for myself here. I have to recharge. Otherwise, I won't be able to give myself to other people.
Yeah, I love that. So how do you know when burnout is like approaching or how do you know when to recover? Like what does that look like for you?
Gosh, I turn crazy. No. It's just like
I know,
I
right?
just I just know. I mean, you just start to turn a little bit irrational and I'm like, "Gosh, I need to go sleep because I didn't get enough. I got 5 hours last night and that is not going to cut it." So I know that me sitting here and mulling over 5 different decisions is not going to be good for me right now. I need to go take a nap, or I need to go do something to recharge because I can't think straight right now.
Right.
Um, and just noticing and being very well aware of your body and your thoughts has kind of helps me. And then I'm also like, I'm a stat geek, so I love looking at, whether it's Whoop or Aura or Garmin, looking at certain stats as well has helped me to plan my training and how to recover, especially with sleep when I'm working and my days are different, my routines are different. So
Yeah.
looking at those metrics has absolutely helped me as well.
What does recovery like look like for you? Like what are you doing? Are you getting a massage? Are you taking a nap? Like what's it all look like?
Shoot, I need to get a massage. Oh, recovery, it changes from day to
Yeah.
day. Getting outside and getting some steps is gonna be my biggest one. So
I love walks.
taking my dog for a walk, getting some sunlight on my face, like some
The
fresh
best.
air. You can be having what a terrible day. And I could just go step outside for 10 to 15 minutes, feel that fresh air on my face, look at some nature, be surrounded by it, and come back in and have a completely different mindset. It just completely re energizes everything for me. So I love using that as a little energy boost or whenever I need to recover in a sense, move my body, but not do anything too crazy. So
Yeah.
going on walks, getting some steps in, I'm a big proponent of like active recovery, whether that includes a bike ride and
Yeah.
a super easy jog or stretching, mobility,
Yes.
mindset, breathing, all of that stuff that helps to bring down the nervous system a lot. Because I feel like when you are working all the time and you're just in a high stimulus state all the time, you need to bring that nervous system down. So
I
anything
do.
that I can kind of just literally slow down my day is going to help me recover.
Yes. That's a big piece that you just brought up is the nervous system. Not a lot of people realize they're always especially like when you are competitive mindset and you are striving for something to be the best in something, like to compete in a HYROX competition, for example, like you're always stimulated and you're training for 2.5 hours a day. Like you got to find the
Mhm.
balance between that, working, being around people, pouring energy into other people, and like also taking time for yourself and finding that balance between, okay, where do I need to save energy? Where do I need to fill up my cup again, my energy cup or my battery? And then do that wisely. Like you're saying, like
Yeah.
know before you hit burnout. Like I struggle with that all the time. Like I do way too much. Like it's just stupid. I need to slow down. And I'm working on it. But like,
But
and
it
I
takes it
found,
takes time,
yeah,
like you
it
said.
takes
It takes
time.
time to figure that out and to get to an understanding of when you're approaching that point, right? You're learning
Yes,
about how your body reacts, so it just takes time to be like, "Okay, we're getting close. We need to take a step back," like you said.
exactly. And I feel like a lot of people do struggle with burnout. And burnout can look different for a lot of people. It doesn't need mean like crash and burn and like you don't get off the floor. Like it's literally like it can show up in a lot of areas, even when you still have to show up and do your day to day tasks. Like, and for me, like that's what I was burned out when I was working in the clinic. And like you probably
Mhm.
can resonate with that too. Like when you were working in the clinic, it's like the same thing. It's like, yeah, I liked what I did. Yeah, I still trained an hour, hour and a half a day. Like I still did all the things. But at that point, I was just like, going. I was just like a robot, like, just
Yep,
checking the boxes through life and, like, didn't
yep.
have any passions, didn't explore anything, couldn't do anything that I loved doing because of literally the all of those reasons.
Yeah, not truly living almost, like a skeleton of yourself
Yeah.
going through the motions day in and day out and not truly pursuing anything that fills you up. And I think I came to the point where that burnout started to show in other aspects of my life. Like working out almost seemed like another checklist to me. Hanging out with friends or with loved ones almost seemed not daunting, but it almost seemed more stressful
Yeah,
than rewarding, all because I was so drained that I couldn't give myself to anybody else because I couldn't even do anything for myself at that point.
literally.
And I
Yeah.
think that's when I really started to notice, like, okay, we need to shift something here because
Mhm.
this is not gonna work in the long run.
Yeah. And then you came over here to the bright side.
Came over here and life has been changed ever since.
Okay, so what did that look like for you? How was that transition? Like, what did it kind of, paint me a picture of, like, what your like, a day in the life was, and then now what does a day in the life look like?
Yeah, so before I would go in the clinic and see patients, I have switched between different clinics. Previous to the one that I was in before I came to you, it was your run of the mill 5 patients an hour, like, with the PT, and then you have a tech, so you see the PT for 10 minutes, and then the tech takes them for the other 50, and you're seeing a crazy amount of people an hour, 20, 25 people a day. Just so much volume and not necessarily the quality of care that you wanna give within an hour. So then I searched out another clinic that was more one-on-one, which fit my style very much because I am a coach, I'm a private trainer. I love that one-on-one time, and that was better. That was a lot better. I was able to focus on that person solely for an hour, which was great because I felt like I can actually make a difference, but I was still lacking the ability to pursue my passions outside of the clinic. So this opportunity came around and I knew I needed more flexibility in my life. So when this opportunity came around, I jumped on it because I was like, this is the opportunity to pursue my passion as a physical therapist, but then now I can still pursue my passion as a coach and a trainer and as an athlete. And I can let myself do it all without getting that burnout like you
Yes.
described.
I love that. And that
Yeah.
obviously carries over into your work as a physical therapist. Like, for me, it's like
Mhm.
when I was treating people and I was burned out, it was like they got, like, the smallest slice of me because I had nothing left to
You're
give.
on survival mode. You're on
Yeah.
survival mode at that point.
And, like, the amount of lives I was able to impact, like, sure, like, I still did good, but I didn't do great. They didn't get the full aspect, and that's where I was like, "Okay, when I created my business, now people get all of me." They get as
Mhm.
much as they need to, and that's why they get better. They heal and they are happy. And for you, it's the same thing. Like, a lot of the clients that you're working with, like, they're crushing it. I see their wins and, like, their praises about you, and I'm like, I literally just talked on my story about this yesterday. I'm like, "Freaking Allie, like, she's so good."
So much of it, so much of the part of what I love that well, English. So much of what I do that we do that I love in terms of a wellness aspect with this platform is mindset. Because if your mind's not right physically, you're not gonna be able to help yourself either. And if I couldn't even get my own life on track to where I could provide that advice to people, how am I supposed to make a difference for anybody when I can't even take that own advice for myself, right?
You
When
gotta
I
walk the
can't
walk.
make Right, when I can't make those lifestyle changes that I'm expecting all of these women and clients to do, how am I gonna make a difference when I can't even do that
Absolutely.
myself, right? So, I think that is where I have the most success is, yes, I have a huge background in exercise science and how to move and how the body operates. Yes, but you need to heal the mind and the body, not just the mind, not just the body, everything from every different angle, whether it's diet, stress, sleep, recovery, relationships, everything plays an impact. So
It
when
really
you
does.
can pour into somebody else and show them that you believe in them and that you can make a positive change, not only physically, but on all of these other aspects of life, the whole world opens up. And that's the aha moment of, yes, like, we just won, which is what I
Mhm.
love.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of people have this perfect this idea that healing is regarding, like, one thing. Like, they just need this one thing. They're after this one thing, and that's gonna be the solution that they need. When in reality, healing is multifactorial, and pain is multifactorial, and symptoms, and how you show up every single day. Like, it really does come down to all of the little nitty-bitty tiny pieces of your life, and we're always searching for that one quick fix. And it's like, when you can look at the big picture of, like, how well you're eating. Are you actually showing up for yourself every single day? How consistent are you? What's your sleep look like? What's your stress, like your recovery, your relationships, toxicity around you? Like it really
Mhm.
does make or break someone's experience in life. And it can literally rob you from having a good day every day. Like it's crazy.
Absolutely. I've the amount of clients that I have worked with where stress was a huge, huge contributor to their symptoms, whether it was work related, whether it was relationship related, whether it was just checking off the list of daily life, that had a huge impact on their pelvic pain, their low back pain has been incredible. You work on reducing that stress, and all of a sudden, symptoms start to clear up. And then, like I said, it's that light bulb moment for them where they're like, wow, I didn't just need a band-aid or that quick fix. I needed a lifestyle change. And I think that's where we get the biggest results with people is a true lifestyle change versus, a couple things that you do physically that you think are going to help, but really it's a progress. That's really what it
Yeah.
is. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. So for clients who kind of like struggle with, that confidence in a lifestyle change and they think that they just need, I just need that one exercise. Like Dr. Allie, she's going to give me that one exercise. And I just know it's going to be the fix. Like what do you teach them? Like how are you showing them that there's so much more to healing?
I think in order to help people realize that it's not just a one-step process, I initiate that from the start. So that is going to be a big conversation in our evaluation when we first meet, because I think it's important to lie down the framework of not only, hey, this is going to help you, but also what's important to give you the results that you're looking for. Because if you've got one piece out of that puzzle that's missing, nothing is going to work without everything being addressed. Like, yeah, you might get to a certain level, but then you're going to plateau at some point, or those symptoms will come back. So it's so important to address everything. And then in order to build that confidence for them, being that supporter, being the coach that's going to be there and be like, hey, we've got these habits that we need to hit weekly with accountability. That's huge in what we do. Because if you don't have accountability, then who's going to be, on your back being like, hey, have you got your fiber in? Have you gotten your protein in? Are you drinking your water? And having that accountability sense, I think, is really what helps build the confidence that after a period of time, those habits start becoming very natural for them to the point where they can do it on their own. So it's always just a building process in order to build that confidence. And you try to get it to where, you make a small change and they get a small win and you celebrate that win, no matter what it is, whether it's extending your like pee intervals from 90 minutes to 2 hours. That's a win. We're going to celebrate it. No matter how small, no matter how big, a win is a win. So if you can
Totally.
celebrate small wins along the way, that builds confidence. And then as soon as you start building confidence, it's just exponential from there and
Totally.
things start clearing up. So any way that you can affect mindset as well as we're going through the progress is going to be super helpful.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people don't understand the impact that lifestyle change does have on their life, especially from a symptom standpoint. And a lot of people that come in to work with us don't understand the extent of what we do because they
Hmm.
think it's just physical therapy and they can just go
Yeah,
to their insurance or physical therapist down the street and get the same thing. And it's like what we offer is completely different. And what's also scary about it, maybe a little bit, and people might be hesitant, is because it is lifestyle change. And I don't think a lot of people are ready for that. Like, it's
yeah,
scary. Like, people live in their comfort zone. And when you live in a comfort zone, you don't want to leave that. Like, it feels good, like when you're
absolutely.
there. Even if you are in discomfort in your comfort zone, you don't want to leave that because outside of that is unknown and is more uncomfortable than the uncomfort that you're in, which
Right.
is ironic because it's actually less uncomfortable to
What's hurting you,
you
right?
yeah, like,
Yeah,
you're gonna feel so much better outside of your comfort zone, even though it is
yeah,
scary, but the only reason that it's scary is because it's unknown. You don't know
absolutely.
what's gonna be asked of you, you don't know how your life is gonna change, you might have to give up a little bit more sleep to get your workout in because you have to work 8 to 6 and you have kids and yada yada and all this other stuff. People are just worried about their routine changing or what comfort foods they have to give up or how much more sleep they need to get. Those are the things that really prevent people from making a decision to change their life, which is one honestly, it's scary. Not many people like lifestyle change unless they're like so fed up and they're so sick of it and they know that they need it. But sometimes too, they don't even need it or they
And
don't
the
know that they
biggest
need it.
thing Yeah, and the biggest thing that you mentioned is it's a shift in priorities too,
Yes.
whether it's certain things that you eat for your diet, whether it's shifting your routine around so that you get a workout in at 5 a.m. because you're too tired at 6 p.m. It's
Mhm.
making different changes when it comes to your supplements, to your routine with your friends, to what you do on the weekends or what you consume in a social event. It's so many things where, yeah, that is the difficult choice sometimes to shift your priorities, but I say it all the time. You pick your heart. You're going to
Yeah,
either deal with your symptoms, and if you're okay with that, then there you go. You picked that hard. But if you're not okay with that, then let's shift your priorities, which is also going to be difficult. It's going to be uncomfortable, like you said, but now you're going to be symptom free and you're going to
yeah,
feel better and you're going
yeah,
to be better for it. So it's always just like, hey, where do you want to hang out? Do you want to be uncomfortable here with your symptoms, or do you want to be uncomfortable because you have to put some work in order to see results? And that's what it comes
literally.
down to.
Yeah, pick your heart, choose your heart. It literally comes down to that.
Yeah.
Being overweight and unhappy and in pain is hard. It's really freaking hard. So is
Mhm.
exercising, eating well, sleeping well. That's also really hard. Choose your heart.
Yeah,
That's what it comes down to. I love that you frame it
absolutely.
like that because I don't think people realize that side of things. It's like the lifestyle that you're living right now, whether you're in pain or you're having symptoms and you don't want to change your life, it's uncomfortable to live there, even though you feel comfortable there because you don't
Mhm.
believe that you can heal. And that sometimes too is like you're saying, it's a mindset shift. It's like if you truly don't believe that healing is possible for you, or you truly don't believe that the back injury you had 17 years ago is a result of your pain now, like injuries heal, believe it or not. Like your lifestyle is probably be making you feel like you're in pain from that injury 17 years ago because you haven't changed your lifestyle since. So it really is a
Absolutely.
mindset shift. You have to believe that you can heal. You have to believe that your body is resilient and capable. And if you do change 3 habits, like it's not a crazy drastic lifestyle change that we're asking, y'all. It's literally small, sustainable things to just add in or replace or swap or whatever your routine. And those go a long way. So important.
Absolutely.
And the big thing that
Absolutely.
we do is wellness. It's not just physical therapy. Like, yes, of course, we're going to train you. We're going to give you exercises. We're going to give you all of those things that are going to make you stronger and more resilient and more conditioned. But also, we're going to change your life too because we want you to have long-term change. That's what
Absolutely.
we're at.
Longevity.
Yeah.
That's what it comes. This isn't a, quick fix for a month and then you're right back where you started. We are developing habits and skills at a fundamental level that we can continue to build on and progress on for the rest of your life. These are things that can help you from now on through forever, right? This isn't just a let's go into the clinic, get 30 minutes of physical PT and then see you later. Like that's
Literally.
we do so much more, and that's why I'm absolutely in love with this business and you and what you've created because you you and everybody a part of this business, we're impacting people so much more, like you said, than just the physical sense, and that is what develops long-term results, like you said.
It's genuinely a shift and it's genuinely healthcare. This is healthcare. Like what
That's
we
how it
are
should be.
building is healthcare. Everything outside
Yeah.
of it, and I'm not saying other people's businesses are trash, like, I'm not saying that at all. I think a lot of people have the same exact business that we do, and I think that's wonderful
Mhm.
because that is what healthcare is. Anything outside of what you do when you're treating the whole person in front of you and you're just giving quick fixes, that's sick care. Like, that really
Yeah.
is. Like,
Treating the symptom.
yeah,
Yeah.
literally masking it, and don't get us wrong, like, sometimes medication is necessary, sometimes surgery is necessary. There's a time and place, especially, like, emergency medicine, like, thank goodness we have emergency medicine. But there's also
Absolutely.
routine visits and routine prescription refills and things that just we don't always need. We don't always need.
Right. we can shift to that preventative care instead of the reactive care, right? Like, why aren't we addressing everything now? Like, let's invest in our health and our habits on the front end so that we don't have to on the back end when we're older and we're
Absolutely.
sickly, or, we're brittle and we have osteoporosis. Well, let's get strong now. Let's build up some muscle. Let's get strong bones so that we don't have to worry about that down the line. Think more preventative in terms of reactive. And I think that is, like you said, the true way for healthcare right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm curious about your like kind of lifestyle growing up. Like what was it like for you growing up? Like were you did you grow up in a household that was very healthy or did you have to like kind of find that way yourself?
Yeah. So I grew up, I loved everything about my childhood. I grew up with a great group of friends that were very active. I think my entire friend group from when we were in elementary school on through high school did softball, soccer, volleyball together. We all were on the same team, all three sports throughout the year until we got a little bit more individualized into high school. But that was it. Like our friendship was surrounded by movement and sport. So I think that developed a huge inspiration for me as to why I do what I do today. And then my family in general, my dad was a football coach. My brother played football and then he became the same football coach for our high school. So being surrounded by just sport and movement and activity has definitely formed me into what I've been doing today. And I think it sparked my competitive side too, because my whole life it was
Yeah,
going to football games or, my brother and his friends beating up on me, playing some sort of
totally.
sports. And it's just like, you're the younger sister. You got to fend for
Yep.
yourself to hang with the guys, right? To hang
Yep.
with my older brother and his friends. So it kind of like it raised me to the next level to where I think
Yeah.
that has now transcribed into my life where I feel like I just try to raise to that upper level because that's just what I knew growing up
Yep.
in order to, like I said, hang with my brother and his friends. Because if you couldn't keep up, then you were lost and you couldn't play with them, right? So I think that's definitely a big part of my childhood that has transcribed into my life right now.
Absolutely. It's like experiences like that that really do shape us and like create us into who we are as adult beings. And you don't lose those things, but there are things like when we're younger that we're told that like we shouldn't always keep with. You know what I mean? Like they should like myths or pieces of advice or like blueprints that we were handed, right? Like it's like, oh, this is how you have to live, this is how you should do all of these things. And it's like it doesn't have to be that way and you can always rewrite your story too. So, was there
Yeah.
anything like what's one rule or piece of advice or a blueprint that you were given that you've thrown out that you're like, "No, I do not subscribe to that." And what was it and what did you replace it with?
Gosh. I Going back to just sports and my brother, I think growing up, and maybe it was a little bit different back then. I'm not that old, but I would go to his football games and people would want to dress me. And no offense to cheerleading or poms, everybody loves those sports as well. But for me, it was everybody wanted to dress me in a cheerleading outfit. And I was like, no, I want to play football. Or we would go to a game and it was, hey, let's watch, the dancers in the middle of the game. And I'm like, no, I want to go talk to my brother in the huddle. It was all of these things where everybody kept trying to shift me into maybe a more like female ruled sport or activity. And no, I didn't have it. Always kind of going for the next thing in terms of, I wanted to do this. I saw my brother doing this. I want to do this. I want to be involved in this. And I think that, like I said, is just transcribed into my life that there's certain levels, especially in fitness, where like men have a certain cap and then women have a certain cap.
Yep.
And I'm looking over at the guy next to me and I'm like, oh, he's doing this weight. I'm going to go 5 pounds heavier than this guy because I
Yep.
can. And
Yep.
I'm going to work harder and I'm going to be able to do it and it's going to look better. I'm going to finish faster. And that's that. So I think that, like I said, has just become a way of my life where I don't see a limit or a ceiling. I don't see a certain like canister that I fit in. It's, do I want to achieve this? Then we're going to get after it and we're going
Yeah.
to do it. And no one can say, like, nope, you should probably stick to this, or nope, you would be
Yeah.
better off here. It's more
Yeah.
so of they can do it, I can do it, and I can try and do it better type of a thing.
Absolutely. I love that. That it's kind of
Yeah.
like someone was like trying to force you into another way of living and you're like, "Nope, I'm good right here. Thank you."
Yeah, like
Next.
this is what I wanna do, and it could have been the other way around too. It could have been
Yeah.
someone forcing me to do a certain sport or whatever it may be, and I wanted to
Yeah.
do cheerleading, but it was the fact of someone trying to, make me do something that I didn't wanna do, and I was like, "No, this is where I belong."
And
Um,
you stuck to your guns. I love
and
that.
and we stuck to it. Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast today. It's been so awesome getting to know you more and having other people know who you are. You're such a light in our community, obviously, and our clients just freaking love and adore you. So I'm super excited to share the world with you or share you with the world.
World, yep. Same,
So,
same.
yes, where can people find you if they want to just learn everything about you more and connect with you?
Yeah, so obviously I'm all over the 360 Wellness page with our team, but also Instagram for me is going to be Allie, ALIL, and then Summers, SUMMERS. There you guys can see everything that I post, pelvic health, women's health. You'll see everything with any strength conditioning that I do if you want to follow my journey for HYROX as well. Anybody that
Yes.
has any interest in any of that stuff. I love helping people out, figuring out, what's approachable, how to approach it, whether it comes to competition or if it's, pelvic related, we can get you guys set up how we need to in order to help you guys out. So, really connect with me. I love connecting with the community and empowering anybody, not just women, anybody at all, and want to achieve any goal that they seek. So please reach out. Don't ever hesitate if you guys have questions on anything.
Yeah. Well, my first question is how do we get those six-pack abs? Show us a little bit more of that. Like, what do I need to do every day? Just
Man,
tell me.
man. Solid core brace and breathing. That's
I
what.
know,
Functional
right?
fitness, baby. Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next episode.